Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Waharuka Kudash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to all Yakim across the earth for doing his work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. So as you have seen, I posted a couple of videos, that one of the brothers sent me through WhatsApp, So there's a volcano erupted a couple of days ago on Caribbean island St. Vincent, and as you watch the clips, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's a volcano, it erupts, it's raining stones and ashes, and I saw one of the clips, a big rock that just fell down on a house, and but there was nobody in that house, and as I could see, nobody died so far, and let me just read. I'm just gonna read a little bit about what happened, the article. Just gonna read about it, and then I will go to some scriptures. So Saint Vincent evacuates 16,000 people to rumbling volcano, cruise ships deployed. The volcano La Soufrière on the Caribbean islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has erupted. In the run-up to the explosive eruption, some 16,000 people had to be evacuated from the north of the tropical island in haste. Cruise ships are arriving today to get them safely. And this article is from 9th of April. Prime Minister, so today is 12, so that's 3 days ago. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves said more seismic activity had already been observed in recent weeks, but on Thursday he said he received a phone call from the emergency response service that the current rumble is of a different order. And I was also wondering, I was checking on the internet, I was like, is there a way for ESO that they can trigger a volcano to erupt or something, but I couldn't find nothing about it. But we know ESO's also been messing with the weather, this HARP technology that they got, and here in Holland currently you can see it very good that they are messing with the weather, because, and of course it's through the spirit of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, I mean, like the Most High is in control of everything. But like here you have, 1 minute is you standing in a hill, or the wet snow, and then 30 seconds later the sun is burning. That's some crazy shit. But so I was looking if there was if I could find some information on it, but I couldn't find nothing about it. But it wouldn't surprise me if ESO has found a way to do that, because don't forget, he's the wicked, and he will, like the book of Micah. Let me just grab the scripture, because he will always, he's always on wickedness. That's his thing. Like the scripture in what's it, in Proverbs, also Proverbs 16 or something, or is it 4, which also say that his rest is taken away if he haven't done something wicked, and that's true. Let me see. This the book of Micah, chapter 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it's in the power of the hand. Yeah, because they are in full control. And like I said, they can find no rest. There's no rest. They have no rest unless they can do something something wicked. Let me see. Is it Proverbs 4? Don't remember. Let me see. Yes. 4:16. Kalo Yahweh Shai. So this book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and the sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So that already shows you, these so-called white men, the Edomites, the devil, the wicked, how the Bible calls them. They will have no rest unless they can do some wickedness, especially against Jake. And if I'm gonna read the article further, and then you're gonna find out about some wickedness. Hey, this devil is next level, man. The book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. So that already shows you, man. They're all about death and destruction. All about death and destruction. Let me see. Where was yeah. The service itself speaks on Twitter of a substantial chance of a disaster with cars and ships. The population moves as quickly as possible to an area that is considered safe. But Esau is full of tricks, man. They can also lure you to some site and, yeah, then fuck you up over there. Remember what they did during Katrina? There were a lot of dead bodies floating in the water. And it was not from that, had nothing to do with the hurricane. Gonzalez urges his population not to panic. Many fear the pandemic will make evacuation more difficult. As the Prime Minister said, cruise lines and other islands only want to accommodate evacuees if they are vaccinated. Here. Oh, wait. If they are vaccinated. See that? So Esau, he's playing tricks. So he's messing the people up. So, but did it make me think like, hey, it could be very well that he had something to do with it, because why, they are all over the planet. They're busy with these vaccinations and stuff. So some countries they make it mandatory. For example, I believe it was Slovakia, I believe. I made yeah, I made a video. I made a Dutch video about it, I think. Yeah, but so there was one country and the judge, the human rights court or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the name was of the thing. So they ruled that they were right, that they could make it mandatory, these vaccinations. So let me read it again. It might went over your head. As the Prime Minister, so right here. Wait. As the Prime Minister said, cruise lines and other islands only wants to accommodate evacuees if they are vaccinated. Gonzalez, Gonzalves is in talks with other Caribbean islands to make sure they also welcome residents of St. Vincent who only have an ID card, as not everyone has a passport. This is an emergency, everyone understands that. Two ships from Royal Caribbean and two from Carnival Cruise Line will arrive today. The evacuees are taken to St. Lucia, Grenada, Barbados, and Antigua. People who are housed in one of the shelters on a St. Vincent itself are also called upon to be vaccinated urgently. So Esau, as the devil that he is, he's using this disaster to put more pressure on the people to take this vaccination. So people looking to death on one side, and Esau so-called giving them help, but they gotta take the jab first. Whether that is feasible is unclear. So so they're not even saying like is it rightful to do? No, they only like, yeah, if they can reach it, if they can do it. Scientists alerted the government yesterday morning about the possible volcano eruption after seeing that there is magma just beneath the Earth's surface. Erausila Joseph, the director of the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, told AP News Agency, "It's escalating pretty quickly," she says of the volcano. She says of the volcano activity. "It is not possible to predict too well what to expect in the coming hours and days." Slakia. The last volcano eruption in the country dates back to 1997. La Chouvière is the only active volcano on Saint Vincent and has erupted 5 times with great violence since 1718. In 1902, more than 1,000 people died in an eruption. The well-known British painter William Turner, 75 from 1775 1851, has painted the eruption of 1812. The painting hangs in a museum in Liverpool. So that shows you how wicked these people are. So you had this probably an Edomite who painted that disaster from 1812, and they have that painting hanging in a museum in the UK in England. A bunch of devils, man. I think that's all of the article. Yes, yes. So this devil is all about wickedness. So, but in one of the clips you saw, man, he was filming, and he said, "Hey, and he said this rock, it fell from the sky." So the full, you got. I posted different clips on this channel, so you can watch it for yourself. You hear the explosion, big explosion, and of course, rock's gonna fly, but you see a big ass rock that crashed into the house, and the house was empty. But that's the Mosai giving a warning. Mosai is giving the people a warning. It's time to come back to Yahweh Basham Yahushai before it's too late. Now it's a volcano, but soon it's gonna be nuclear missiles and chariots, man. And in the video you have people calling, "Oh God, this and that," and that's what Jake always doing. They're all about wickedness, and as soon as something happens, some calamities happening to them, then they want to call on God and Jeebers and stuff. But yeah, hey, these people over there in the Caribbean, I've been saying it multiple times, especially about people on the islands from Curacao, Simata, Bonaire, and I know from Curacao, I know that there are people who know that they are Hebrew Israelites, but they won't teach and they won't do nothing with it. And that's also, how you say that? That's also a sin. If you keep a word for yourself, and you don't do nothing, and you don't do your best to come back to Yahweh Basham Yahushua, knowing that you're an Hebrew Israelite won't save you. It won't save you. And now the people are afraid, and Esau is showing them his horns, the true love that he got for them. He's showing them, like, okay, as long as you're vaccinated, we can get you off that island. But as long as you're not, so now while this disaster is going on, he's forcing the people, he's putting pressure on the people to to make sure that they get vaccinated, so they have a chance to survive. He's a goddamn devil, man. Next level. And no shame. And that shows you also how this world is being ruled by wicked people, because nobody's saying shit about it. There's no country that say like, "Hey, that's unruly. You cannot do that. That's unfair. You should save everybody. You cannot require from people." And that also shows you that all those people from the other islands, that they not in rulership, those people, because those are the rules that Esau puts on the people. Those are the rules that Esau puts on the people, and they want to pretend like they choose for it to do it like that. So the people have to choose between two deaths. But so this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 31. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. Yeah, it's a fearful thing. If you watch those clips and you see what's going on, and you gotta realize those people are on an island, man. There's no way to run. I've been saying that many times for Curacao, man. When Easel want to show his horns with all the military that they got up there from Holland, you know. Aruba, I believe they got a lot of military for America, you know, because a lot of people from America love to go over there. But now in Curacao, they always go on missions, so-called missions, on practice missions to Curacao, you know. So you got a lot of soldiers over there, and if Easel decides to put his foot down, you know, to force the people to vaccinate or whatever, or it's time for the chip, and there's no way to run. Where the fuck you gonna run? And people need to realize, you know, only Yahweh Basham Yahushai can save you out of this, out of that situation. There's no way out. You're on a fucking island. Where the fuck you wanna go? There's no way to run. There's no way to hide. Jump in the sea, swim with the sharks and the killer whales. Man, that's messed up, man. Hebrews 10 and 31. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power, man. Yeah, it's a fearful thing. But those who die, they deserve to die, you know. But as far as I saw in the article, nobody died until this day, you know. But yeah, there were times that a lot of people died, you know, and yeah, who knows what is about to come, you know. So let me see. This the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 7. I remember, Slakia, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off. So all these things that is happening to these people over there, and you know, you might even have soldiers. So you know, the UN soldiers, maybe they're gonna send some of those blue helmets, rapists over there. You know, they start raping the men and the women. You know, hey, because that's what they've been doing in Haiti for years already. You know, they frankly, actually, they've been doing it everywhere, but in Haiti, they are busy there for years, man, messing the people up there. But anyway, it's judgment, man. It's judgment. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. Yeah. And that's talking about the earth. The earth is the place of judgment. So all these things that's happening to these people is judgment. You know? It's judgment. Let me see. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 16. And moreover I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, that wickedness was that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in my heart, Yahweh shall judge Yahweh shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there's a time there for every purpose and for every work. Yeah. So it's judgment, you know. Everything goes Yahweh Ratazah, you know. People like to think that you know, this Christianity doctrine, God is all love, you know, God loves everybody, this and that, all the bullshit. No, that's not the thing. The Most High controls everything, good and evil, darkness and light, man. Matter of fact, let me see, Isaiah chapter 40, yeah, Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7. And these are the words of Yahweh. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. So that already shows you, man. This is of the Most High. This is of the Most High. You know, so that already shows you. Let me see. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 24. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. So, you know, all those people that are in a horrible situation, it's a righteous thing. It's the judgment. Don't forget. You know, what does it say in Revelations 1 and 7? And we know that we are in that time of the coming of Yahweh Shai. And what does it say in Revelation? Let me jump quick to Revelations. Let me see. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, Amen. So that shows you that those spirits from back then are now here. So all those things that they're suffering, nobody, like I read in the book of Job, nobody's perished being innocent. There's none of them is innocent. They have done shit, whether it be in the past life, in the previous generations that they used to be in the past life, or that they now are, or they are now on wickedness. But anyway, nobody perished being innocent. So they are receiving that shit. They deserve it. And by these things, those who are awake, it shows us that how you say that the coming of Yahweh Shai is near. So this is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. So this shows us that the salvation is nearer than we believed. We are closer to the end. We have no clue, man, by seeing these things. But yeah, it's the time our people need to wake up, and even on those islands, man, people got televisions, they got internet. So that's basically, there's no cloak for your sins, man. Everybody and the mama have heard it at least once, I believe. You must have heard it, that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the so-called Indianos are the children of Israel. Look, man, we got camps everywhere, man. We are now speaking, we have a group app, we have a group rep of GMS in Europe, and recently, yesterday, the brothers of two brothers that have been teaching in Italy are added to the group chat. So you gotta realize, hey, the Most High is putting Akyam all over the planet to wake up and talking in all kinds of language, because they've been teaching in also, of course, also in the English, but they've been teaching the majority of the time in the Italian language. So people are waking up in all kind of language. They can get the message. You got Spanish, English. You got GMS in Suriname. You got them in Jamaica, in Trinidad, I believe on the Bahamas even also, Hawaii, all over America, UK, England. We got brothers in Germany speaking in the German tongue. We are, me myself, I'm from Holland. Sometimes I make videos in the Dutch. I make videos in the Papiamento language. I make videos in the English language. So, there's no cloak for the sin, man. People be waking up in all kinds of language. You got brothers in Peru speaking in the Spanish language. Brothers in Nigeria, west coast of Africa. We got a brother in Tanzania. So there's no cloak, man. The Most High is putting people everywhere, man. And this shows us that the end is near, man. We are close to the end, man. By all these things that we see happening, man, we should rejoice, man. We should rejoice. Because the end is near. And of course, it's going to be horrible first. But, Esau's queendom is falling down. And that's a beautiful thing, man. And don't forget, the Most High, his judgment, he began with his own people. And of course, of those who know that they are Israelite, but don't want to do according to, Matter of fact, let me jump to the book of Luke. Let me see. The book of Luke, chapter 12. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself. So if you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite, if you know that you need to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, if you know that you should spread the word and do the works of Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahweh Shai, but you don't want to do it, And you got a lot of people who used to be in camps and then fall back to the world. Hey, when Yahushua is coming back, it's going to be horrible judgment. And that servant, this is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required, and to whom men have committed much, of them they will ask the more. So, anyway, the point was in the first part. So even there might be a lot of people on that island that don't know, but still they deserve the punishment that's coming. You know, still they've been doing wicked. And that also shows you how stupid our people are, man. These people, these so-called white people have put us in slavery, do all kinds of shit of us. People on the islands, they're still suffering under them. Because if you look on the islands in the Caribbean, the majority of people they are poor. They don't have a lot of people. You got some people that have a lot of money, but the majority of people don't have a lot of money to spend. They live on tourism. They see rich white people coming over there and giving them some pocket change, basically. That's what's going on. And then you want to kneel down for a white devil and see him as your God, as your power, man. That's why that's why a lot of the majority of people need to die, man. You can't go you can't come in the kingdom with that mentality, loving the white man and that bullshit. Yeah, man, and of course, judgment. The Most High, He will give his judgment at His own people, man. At His own people, at His own house. He's gonna clean His house first. Then He's gonna clean outside. First He's gonna clean out His own house, and then He's gonna start, with the how you say that? With the heathens, with the other nations. So this is the book of First Peter, chapter 17. Slakia. This is the book of First Peter, chapter 4, verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. And if it first begin at us, and us is talking about the elect, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai? So the elect's gonna be tried first. The rotten ones, the rottens who have mingled themselves amongst the elect, gonna be thrust through, gonna be sieved out. Verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, because the elect's gonna be like, oh man, when you're gonna see all these things going on, missiles flying through the air, sky filled up with chariots, one big, gigantic father chariot coming. You're gonna be like, you're gonna be as a hopeful elect. You're gonna be like, man, Yahweh Tasai, I've made it, man. Yahweh Tasai, have I done enough? Baba Kasha, Yahweh Basham Yahushai, have mercy on my soul. Have done enough to please you? You're gonna be like that, because we not boasting here. We're not calling ourselves like we're made, man, and we are the elect. No, we hope that we're part of the number, man. Hey, every day you should pray to Yahweh Basham Yahushai to not to take away His spirit from you, man. King David was even praying that, Even King David was praying that, man. You should pray to Yahweh Basham Yahushai, Baba Kasha, please don't take away your spirit from me, man. Yeah. Hey, without Yahweh Basham Yahushai is all we got, man. This whole world is gonna be burned up, man. It's gonna be burned up. Only through Yahweh Basham Yahushai we have a chance of salvation. First Peter chapter 4, verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Yeah. Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? If the righteous scarcely gonna be saved, what about the rest? What about the rest of our nation? You already know, man. So yeah, I think yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. So yes, with that I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Baruch HaKodash, a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, And peace and salutations to all your Akim across the earth who doing this work in sincerity and in truth. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.